People think working as a house girl in the city is easy. Food is always available. There is roof over your head. Some people even believe house girls are lucky. But nobody talks about the secrets that hide behind some compound gates. Secrets that grow in the dark like dangerous weeds. This is the story of a girl called Ada. A girl who came to the city to survive, but slowly found herself trapped between hunger and shame. And the worst part, her madam trusted her with everything except the one thing that could destroy her home forever. Ada was 20 years old when she left her village in Abia State. She was the first daughter of 5 children. Life had never been easy for her family. Her father was once a strong palm wine tapper, but a terrible fall from a palm tree left him crippled. Since that day, her mother became both mother and father to the family. She sold roasted corn and groundnuts by the roadside under the hot sun. Some days, they slept with empty stomachs. Some days, they borrowed garri from neighbors. Ada stopped school after junior secondary school. Not because she was dull, but because her family could no longer pay her school fees. One evening, as rain clouds gathered in the sky, Ada sat beside her mother outside their mud house. "Ada, my daughter," her mother said softly, fanning herself with an old newspaper. "Your auntie in Port Harcourt says she knows somebody looking for house help." Ada's heart skipped. Port Harcourt, the city of bright lights and big buildings. The city where people said money flowed like water, if you were lucky. "Will they treat me well?" Ada asked quietly. Her mother sighed. "My daughter, poor people don't ask too many questions. We just pray." Ada nodded slowly. She understood. This was not just about her anymore. Her younger siblings needed school fees. Her father needed medicine. 2 weeks later, Ada boarded an old commercial bus heading to Port Harcourt with only one small bag and big hope inside her heart. Port Harcourt shocked Ada immediately. The noise, the traffic, the tall buildings, everything moved too fast. Her auntie, Auntie Ngozi, welcomed her warmly. The next day, she took Ada to meet her new employers. They lived in a neat, cream-painted duplex inside a quiet estate. The compound had shining tiles and beautiful flowers planted around. Ada's slippers felt shy stepping on such clean ground. That was where she met Madam Ifunanya and her husband, Oga Chinedu. Madam Ifunanya was a fair, well-dressed woman in her mid-30s. She worked in a bank and always smelled of expensive perfume. She spoke English fast and smiled politely, but her eyes looked sharp and observant. Oga Chinedu, on the other hand, looked calm and quiet. He was a businessman who traveled often. He smiled gently when Ada greeted him. "So this is the girl?" Madam asked Auntie Ngozi. "Yes, she is hardworking and respectful," Auntie replied confidently. Madam studied Ada from head to toe. "Can you cook?" "Yes, ma." "Can you wash clothes?" "Yes, ma." "Can you take care of children?" "Yes, ma." Madam nodded. "Good. You will stay in the boys' quarters. Salary is 25,000 naira monthly. Food and accommodation free." Ada's heart jumped with joy. 25,000 naira was like gold to her family. "I would do my best, ma," she said quickly. And just like that, Ada's new life began. The first few months were peaceful. Ada woke up every day by 5 a.m. She swept the compound, prepared breakfast, ironed clothes, and helped Madam get their 2 children ready for school. The children, Somto and Mona, loved Ada quickly. She played with them, helped them with homework, and told them funny village stories at night. Madam Ifunanya started trusting her more. She allowed Ada to handle money for market shopping. Sometimes she even bought Ada small gifts like slippers or second-hand clothes. To Ada, it felt like God had finally answered her prayers. Every month, she sent money back home. Her siblings returned to school. Her father started receiving better medical treatment. But slowly, something started changing. One Friday evening,
Madam Ifunanya traveled to Lagos for a business seminar. She told Ada she would return in 3 days. Oga will be around, Madam said while packing her suitcase. Just cook and take care of the children. Yes, ma. That night, after the children slept, Ada was washing plates in the kitchen when she heard footsteps behind her. She turned. It was Oga Chinedu. He smiled gently. You are hardworking, Ada. Thank you, sir, she replied, lowering her eyes respectfully. You have tried since you came here. Madam always talks about you. Ada smiled nervously. I am just doing my work, sir. Oga leaned against the kitchen counter. You must be tired. Sit down. Ada hesitated, but slowly sat on a small stool. Oga walked closer. Ada, do you have boyfriend? Ada felt uncomfortable immediately. No, sir. He nodded slowly, staring at her longer than necessary. Okay, you can go and rest, he said finally. Ada quickly stood and left. That night, she could not sleep well. Something about Oga's gaze made her chest feel tight. The second night, rain fell heavily. Thunder shook the sky. Electricity went off, leaving the house in darkness. Ada sat inside the boys' quarters, hugging herself under her wrapper, listening to the rain. Suddenly, she heard a knock. Her heart started beating fast. Who is it? She asked. It's me. Open the door, Oga's voice answered. Ada froze. Slowly, she opened the door halfway. Oga, good evening, sir. I came to check if you are okay. The rain is heavy. I am fine, sir. He stepped inside before she could stop him. Ada's chest tightened. She stepped back nervously. You are always taking care of everyone, Oga said softly. Who is taking care of you? Ada swallowed. God is taking care of me, sir. Oga laughed quietly. You are a good girl, Ada. His voice became softer, heavier. Ada's mind raced. She knew something was wrong, but fear held her legs still. This was her employer, the man feeding her, the man paying her salary. He moved closer, his shadow covering her small room. Ada, nobody will know, he whispered. Tears gathered in Ada's eyes. She wanted to speak, she wanted to run, but her body felt frozen between fear, confusion, and helplessness. That night, the boundary between servant and master shattered. The next morning, Ada woke up feeling empty. She avoided looking at herself in the mirror. Oga acted normal during breakfast. He chatted with the children like nothing happened. Before leaving for work, he dropped some money on Ada's table. Buy something for yourself, he said casually. Ada stared at the money like it was fire. She wanted to throw it away. She wanted to scream. But when she remembered her father's medicine, her siblings' school fees, she quietly kept it. When Madam returned from Lagos, she hugged Ada warmly. Thank you for taking care of my family, Madam said. Ada forced a smile, but her heart felt like it was drowning. Days returned to normal, but nights became Ada's biggest fear. Whenever Madam traveled or slept early, Oga found excuses to call Ada. Sometimes he sent text messages. Sometimes he knocked quietly on her door. Each time, Ada felt her soul breaking little by little. She started losing weight. Her laughter disappeared. She avoided eye contact with Madam. One afternoon, Madam noticed. Ada, are you sick? She asked. No, ma, I am fine. Are you sure? You don't look happy these days. Ada forced another smile. I am just tired, ma. Madam nodded, but looked suspicious. One evening, Oga returned from a business trip with an expensive smartphone for Ada. This is for you, he said casually while Madam was inside her room. Ada's eyes widened. She had never owned such a phone before. I cannot collect this, sir, she whispered. Take it. You deserve it. Her hand trembled as she accepted it. She felt trapped again, deeper this time, because now she knew she was standing inside a dangerous secret, one that was slowly swallowing her whole. 2 months later, Ada started feeling weak and dizzy often. She blamed it on stress and overwork. But one morning, while washing clothes, she suddenly fainted. Madame rushed her to a nearby clinic. After several tests, the nurse called Madame aside quietly. Ada watched from the hospital bed as Madame's face changed from confusion to shock to anger. Madame slowly turned and looked at Ada. Ada, how did you get pregnant? The world stopped spinning. Ada's heartbeat echoed loudly in her ears. Her mouth opened, but no words came out, because the truth she carried was not just a pregnancy. It was a bomb that could destroy the house she lived in, the family she served, and the life she was trying to save. Madame stood frozen, staring at Ada with disbelief burning in her eyes. Outside, thunder rolled across the sky again, like a warning from heaven. Ada knew her life was about to change forever. And the biggest question remained: would she protect the man who trapped her, or tell the truth that could destroy everything?